Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right, Cookout Southern 500 preview. Woo woo. Tomorrow night at Darlington, the Lady in Black, the track too tough to tame. 501.32 miles. Oh boy, it's a 4-hour race at least. 367 laps, 3 stages, 115, 137, 13 sets of Goodyear tires, 12 stickers in your qualifying set. Anytime you pit, you're going to want sticker tires. We know how tire fall is at Darlington. That's what makes Darlington so good. Now, qualifying matters. A lot of races we say this, we say, you can't pass, but yet you can. But whatever. At Darlington. This is the history of Darlington. This is the 129th race. So this ain't got shit to do with the Gen 7 car. 6 times in 128 races has the winner qualified outside the top 20. 6. In 128 races, 21 times the winner qualified outside the top 10. 107 of 128 winners at Darlington qualified inside the top 10. We have playoff drivers inside the top 10. We have Justin Haley. Well, I believe he's the one that qualified up there. The last 7 Darlington races, 6 to 9 cautions. 2 stages, plus if we have 8 cautions, that's 6 cautions besides the 2-stage breaks. Everybody's going to want tires. It's going to be fun. All right, in the Gen 7 era, all these sets are Gen 7. The last 7 races, William Byron average finish 9.14 in a win. Seabell 9.57. Denny Hamlin 10.28 in a win. Tyler Reddick 10.71. Joey Logano 11.0 in a win. Chase Elliott 11.85. These are all average finishes. Bubba Wallace 13.14. Ty Gibbs 13.83. Chris Buescher 13.85. Brett Keselowski 14.14 in a win. In those 7 races, average running position. William Byron 5.53. Tyler Reddick 6.94. Denny Hamlin 8.58. Joey Logano 10.30. Seabell 10.61. Bubba Wallace 10.72. Ty Gibbs 12.94. Kyle Busch 13.24. Ross Chastain 13.59. Brad Keselowski 14.45. Now, if you look at just the last 3 races at Darlington, the 2 last year and this year, and I separate those 3 because of this. This car, yes, the teams have learned a lot. The teams have been able to work on it. They've been able to come up with setups and everything to make the car better. And you can see a difference there. So in the last 3 Darlington races, Denny Hamlin, 4.0 average finish with a win. Christopher Bell, 6.3. Ross Chastain, 7.66. Chase Elliott, 10.33. Ty Gibbs, 10.33. He went up from all 7 to the last 3 spots. Chase Briscoe, 11.33 with a win. William Byron, 12.66. He actually went negative. So he ran better early with this car at Darlington and then later. Kyle Busch, 13.0, and Joey Logano, 14.0. Average running position for the last 3 races. William Byron, 4.83. He was at 5.53 for all 7. Tyler Reddick, 5.36. Denny Hamlin, 7.64. Ty Gibbs, 8.32. Chris Buescher, 9.24. Bubba Wallace, 9.96. Joey Logano, 11.03. Chase Briscoe, 11.53. Seabell, 12.19. Now, normally when we're talking about the Atlantas and the Vegases, we look at similar tracks. There ain't nothing similar to Darlington. Tire wear maybe Homestead, but the egg-shaped 1.36 mile oval, there is nothing. Worldwide Technology, St. Louis is size-wise it's close, but it ain't even close when it comes to tire wear and racing and all that good stuff. So we're going to look at the last 3 Southern 500s. Tyler Reddick, average finish 5.0. Kyle Larson, 5.66 in a win. Whoa. So if you look at the overall 7 races at Darlington, Kyle Larson's not even on there. If you look at the last 3 races, average finish, Kyle Larson's not on there. You look at just the Southern 500, Kyle Larson's second. Joe Logano, 8.0. Brad Keselowski, 9.0. Again, these are average finishes the last 3 Southern 500s. Ross Chastain, 10.0. Christopher Bell, 10.33. Bubba Wallace, 10.67. Denny Hamlin, 11.33. Chris Buescher, 11.66. Eric Jones, 11.66, and a win. Now, average running position, those three Southern 500s. Tyler Reddick, 5.74. Denny Hamlin, 6.61. William Byron, 7.26. Kyle Larson, 9.22. Seabell, 9.33. Bubba Wallace, 9.67. Josh Berry, 10.37. Kyle Busch, 11.14. And Joey Logano, 12.14. Now, I've said a few names a lot here, and I said Bubba Wallace's name a lot. I'm wearing a Bubba Wallace shirt. Yes, I'm a Bubba Wallace fan. But that doesn't mean he's on here just because I wanted him on here. He's on here because he's part of the top 10 best at the track that does under those categories. I am not a Larson fan, but he's on here, and he obviously we can see how well he runs in the Southern 500. Now, NASCAR Fantasy Live. My drivers: Denny Hamlin, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson. You are allowed 5 starts for the 10 races in the playoffs of these drivers. So I'm using up a start for all of those, and I got Bubba Wallace in my garage. The head-to-heads: Ryan Blaney and Ross Chastain. I'm taking Ross Chastain. Chase Briscoe and Tyler Reddick. That was a tough one for me. I'm taking Chase Briscoe. Denny Hamlin and Seabell. Denny Hamlin. Kyle Larson and William Byron. That was a tough one. We know how well Kyle Larson runs here. But I'm taking his teammate William Byron. Now, for the points, we know it's the playoffs. 16 drivers going for a championship. Kyle Larson plus 26. William Byron plus 26. Denny Hamlin plus 23. Ryan Blaney plus 20. Seabell plus 17. Shane Van Gisbergen plus 16. Chase Elliott plus 7. Chase Briscoe plus 4. Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric each plus 2. Ross Chastain and Joey Logano plus 1. Josh Berry, Tyler Reddick minus 1. Austin Cindric minus 2. Alex Bowman minus 5. So we're going to run 3 races. We're going to do a reset based on playoff points. And then we're going to eliminate 4 more. If you win in this first round, you move on. Now, there's a lot of the whole thing with, we need a full season points. All right, cool. Here's what your full season top 16 points look like right now. William Byron leading by 55 over Ryan Blaney. 61 is the most you can get in one race. Kyle Larson minus 63. Chase Elliott minus 65. Christopher Bell minus 80. Denny Hamlin minus 85. Tyler Reddick minus 133. Chase Briscoe minus 144. Alex Bowman minus 178. Chris Buescher minus 208. Bubba Wallace minus 223. This is something that I would love for somebody to be able to explain to me. I know the answer because I'm pretty confident of the answer. So when we look at these points right now in playoff, Bubba Wallace is 9th. In overall points, he's 11th. Last year, he was 12th in overall points, and because he didn't make the playoffs, he was 17th in points. And I brought up to people, well, he's 12th in overall points, but he's 17th in the playoff points. He's not a top 15 driver. But now it's like he's 9th in playoff points and 11th in overall points, and people say, and I get people going the other way on that. It's like, well, he's only 11th in points. He sucks. What? Which is it? Are we going by playoff points or are we going by overall points? Another reason because of who it is, but that's a sad point. Joe Logano minus 224. Man, I hope he don't get mad. I got white paper here. Ross Chastain minus 233. Ryan Preece minus 243. Austin Cindric minus 319. Ty Gibbs minus 320. So we really don't have a playoff. We don't really have a points battle right now. If we didn't have playoffs, there's really nothing to talk about. Will William Byron win a race early? And I understand people's thought process. And I love people that go, well, if I don't care if they win a race 2-3 races early. I don't watch each race because of the points. Okay? If you don't watch each race because of the points, why does the playoffs bother you then? If you don't watch each race because of the points and how they are, you don't care about the points, but you hate the playoffs. I'm kind of like weird on that. I don't understand that completely. But that's just, my opinion there. Now, I have a playoff idea. It's a hybrid of Winston Cup points, chase, playoffs. I think it's enough of a hybrid. It takes a little by little. It takes stuff that Richard Petty had said, some stuff that other drivers have said, mix them all up, and I come up with it. So here we do. We redo the points and playoffs completely. One, we still have playoffs. We still have playoffs. So, all right. So we change the points first and foremost. 200 points for the win, -5 per position. 50 points for 40th. 200, 350. Here's why. The old Winston Cup format, 175 through 37. So the bigger gap you have between points per position, I think the bigger gap you're going to have in overall points. That's one. Number two, stages. If you win the stage, you get 50 points. If you minus 5 points down to 10th, you get 5 points. Or 10 points, whatever it maths out at. I think it's 5 or 10, something like that. I wrote it down, it's what I have in front of me. All right, that's just overall points. You get 5 points for leading a lap, 5 points for the most laps, and 5 points for the Xfinity fastest lap. Okay, overall points. Now bonus playoff points. Yeah, we still have a playoff, but hold on. Playoff points. If you win a stage, you get 5. If you finish second in the stage, you get 3. If you finish third in the stage, you get 1. So 5, 3, 1. Now, for the race, if you win a race, you get 20 playoff points. You get 5 for second and 1 for third. So that way the top 3 still get something playoff point-wise. I think one thing that's going to do, it's going to have these drivers, instead of what we've seen where a driver, 2 drivers win a race. I know it counts for the playoffs, but I think because we're rewarding those top 3 with those playoff points, it shows, hey, we had a really good day, just wasn't the fastest today, so we still get something from it. Now, still winning you're in. Hold on, before you lose your mind. So, 26 races, we do our cutoff. We set our playoffs. So, playoffs are set. Top 15 in points, automatically in the playoffs. Then anybody that's below 15th can win a race. So you could have 15 only, or you could have 20. I look back on some years, you wouldn't have more than 20. That's your first round. So 15 to 20 is kind of a wild card round. It's kind of fluid. Now, you do your reset. You run 3 races, top 12, move on. No, win and move on. No, reset. So you do your reset, you run 3 races, the top 12, move on. You run 3 races. No win and move on. No reset. 12. You run 3 races. You turn that to 8. Same. No reset. No win and move on. Now you got 8 drivers. Top 4 move on. You run 3 races. Top 4 in points. Move on. Now, all them playoff points you've earned in the first 35 races, the top 4, reset it with all those playoff points. Now, when we run that finale, those 4 drivers can get stage points. They can get lap lead points. They can get most lap lead points. They can get Xfinity fastest lap points. Every point's available for the first 35 races, available to those 4 drivers. Now, would we have the ability to have a driver clinch before we go to that race because of that reset? Yes. You mathematically, got to math it. Mathematically, you could crown a champion with that 1 race left. But you would not know it until we finished up at this year Martinsville, till we passed inspection, officialized everything, and we move forward with the 4, added the playoff points. Then you would, we have a champion. Is that the best way to do it? I don't know. Does it give you, at least until that point, something, hey, we could have a good championship battle. We could have 1992 all over again. Yes. Does it give the wins in the regular season mean something for that finale? Yes, they do. So my thought process is with this, it's a hybrid of all of them. It gives the full season points, guys. Take away those resets, which a lot of people complain about. If you're top 15 points, you're automatically in the playoffs. So somebody like who I have it right here. So Chris Buescher, who was 10th in points, he's in the playoffs. Ryan Preece is 14th, he's in the playoffs. So you keep those guys in the playoffs. That was Richard Petty talking about the top 15. You still have the one in your end, which I like that. Some people do like that. So you have you have reset, run 9 races, and a reset. So you eliminate the resets, you eliminate the win and move on, which a lot of people hate. You make those playoff points mean something in that finale. Now, I would love to hear opinions on that. The people that are anti-playoffs, is that something that you could get behind? And I'm not saying you're going to love it. I'm not saying it's going to statistically crown the best champion. No, nothing will. But does it get you closer than you are now in your thought process of a full season of NASCAR? For you people that are playoff fans, is it good? Is it still playoffs? So is it kind of like, hey, it's kind of a tweak, it's an overhaul? Does it still work for what you thought? For me personally, not just because I came up with it either, it gives you the gap in points where if you have a bad day, it's a bad day point wise. If you have a bad day, and like what happened to Kyle Larson several times this year, we had a problem early on. They did repairs and got back out there. He only gained sometimes 2 positions and there was no points. Now you can gain 5 or 10 points. It's going to help you. Does it check enough boxes that we're like, oh, okay, that might work. Not going to fall in love with it, but I'm not going to light it on fire either, kind of deal. But just some thoughts. The four winners to win the Cookout Southern 500: Denny Hamlin, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Chase Briscoe. All right. As always, thanks for watching our Sports Show. Make sure you check out the playoff preview and prediction as well. You'll see who my final 4 are for the playoff. We'll see if it comes true. Not really a big surprise who I picked as champion. No, it's not that guy. It's the other guy. He owns this car. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.